This movie feels like a combination of some other movies, like Falling Down, The Hitcher, Death Wish, and even Steven Spielberg's Duel. Russell Crowe plays a furious psycho in a pickup truck who murders his ex-wife and burns down her house in the film's opening minutes, before proceeding to stalk, terrorize, and physically brutalize newly divorced single mother Rachel after she refuses to apologize for honking her horn at him in rush hour traffic. Sadly, this movie is a painfully inept and wonky display of unjustifiably deliberate ultra-violence, clunky gauchness, with an awkwardly unfocused message about inner-city mental health buried beneath the nonsense. After a decent opening, characters walk slowly through an arc-less narrative, with subplots punctuated by a decent mid-budget car chases and car crashes into a clot of unstructured action mire. The plot judders then flatlines through a elongated drone of monotony, during which Rachel and a chasm of extraneous supporting characters are introduced with pace-obliterating exposition. Most of the movie unfolds as a vile series of inhuman violence committed by the main character against his newfound space god, not to mention anyone supporting Rachel, her lawyer, her brother, and even a good Samaritan at the gas station. The hunt is facilitated by a ludicrous bit of exposition as to why she doesn't use a password on her cell phone, as the main character decries how men get mistreated in divorce proceedings, and the movie seems oddly sympathetic to that plight, much more than the ostensible hero of the scenario, who mostly just looks frightened throughout. Crowe is mostly in disgust at everything around him. His only emotional note is all angry, resulting in a parody of his own performance. It's totally horrible. This movie has zero interest in using its exploitation credentials to do the one thing that might have made it interesting, which is to present a credible portrait of white male rage. It's hard to get on board a movie that revels in such outrageous violence yet offers little insights beyond the redundant tantrums of a really bad guy. The violence in this movie is excessive and in places worryingly misogynistic. Eventually, this movie deteriorates into DTV dreadfulness, straying into pointless piece of cinema.